Okay, now how do I add more to this? I want to add some more into the news. At the moment I've just got those two, the Age and the Herald. What else shall I put? What about the Times? I don't know, there must be a paper called the Times somewhere. Sunday Times the UK, that'll do. So I click on that. Now how did I do that? Well, very simply, there's a search function that's built into Safari, just in this bit here. You simply type in what you want, okay, hit the return button, and it does a Google search finding the Times. Once again, you simply click it. You got the Times online there. Press plus, defaults to news, and put it in, and there it is. Latest global news, the Times. Okay. Now I can also add. I can also open them all up in tabs without having to actually have that button there, the auto click on. So I prefer it without the auto click. That's just the way I am, I guess. And that's that. What if I want to start up with one of these papers rather than have the Apple one? Here's a very simple thing to do. You go to the top here, so Safari, click on it, go to Preferences, see if you can find them. I have to zoom back, here we are, Preferences, and it says Home Page, and at the moment it's livepageapple.com, but I'm going to set it to current, so I'm just going to click on this button, Set to Current Page, and there you can see it changes to the Age. Now whenever I quit Safari, I now restart Safari, and there's the Age every time. So that's a pretty good way of doing it. Now you can also access websites through your address book, which is a lesser known feature, but in order to do so you've got to make sure that your address book, which I'm just going to open now, has in it URLs, which are the web address basically. Now when I look at mine, for instance, on this, there's nowhere to put a URL. See that? There's just work, mobile, work, friends, assistant, you know, work, blah blah blah. Well, how the hell do I get that? Well, that's simple. What you do is you go to Preferences in the address book. It's not as intuitive as it should be. You'll find it'll open at General, but you want to go to Template, and you need to then drag this down a bit so you can see what the template is. That's a template you're using, but I actually want, for instance, I don't use assistant, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'm instead going to add a field, and the field I'm going to add is URL. Okay, so I've added that field. Now I can close that down by clicking the red button, and there's my URL, and I'm going to type that in, which is HTTP, and I probably don't need to put all of that in, but I'm going to no, I'm not going to put it in actually and see what happens. I'm going to put in www.australianmac.com. Let's see if this works. Okay, get out of that. Now I could just click on this, for instance, and it'll open it up. Pardon me, directly from the address book. Or alternatively, I'll close that window again, which you notice when I close the window I do it by clicking the red button up here. Okay. Pardon me. What I could do though is just to simply go to the bookmarks bar, And here you've got bookmarks, address book, Australian College of Law, Australian College of Law, AustralianMac.com. Double click on that, and it'll open up my website. So that's another way of accessing it via the address book. What if I'm reading the news, and it's a pretty big paper this, there's a lot of content on its front page, lots of different links. You see how the links all change colour, but what if I want to actually find a specific piece of text in a web page? Now if I hold the flower key down, the Apple key down, and go F for find, this menu comes up, and what I have to do then is just to type into it something. So I want to look for hackers, Hackers, and it says there are 2 matches. See how it's got 2 matches there? Okay, the page goes dark, and the hackers, the 2 words that are the 2 occurrences of the word hackers, are highlighted in the page itself. Now the first one on the darkened page is there, and the second one, when I click on this here, see that you can click backwards or forwards on these buttons, and because if you've got a lot of occurrences you want to find out where they are, so each one comes out, jumps out at you. It's a wonderful feature. So you're down there, when you get to the bottom there you can click on it, the page goes light again. So that's really nice, and you can find bits of any form or any bit of text at all. Like if I wanted to just put and in, I've got 34 matches for and there, and I can go through each one and it'll take me down the page, although it appears I have to scroll. Yeah, oh no I don't. It scrolls for me as well and takes me through all the occurrences of and in the page, and I can find the one that I'm specifically after.